don't think I need to be in any more videos.
No, my viewers love you. Every time you're on camera, they go on and on in the comments about how amazing you are. I've been thinking a lot about my first few weeks here in Avonlea. I can't believe it's almost been an entire year that I've been living with you and Marilla. Wow. I can still remember walking through the door, enamored with the scenery and the prospect of a new life. It doesn't feel that long ago. But at the same time, I can't picture myself being anywhere else. It's amazing how a place can feel like home even though I've only been here for such a small portion of my life.
Well, the time's gone really fast for me and Marilla, too.
Because you guys have had to clean up my messes.
Well, no, because you add something to our lives.
Stress.
The good kind of stress.
Is there a good kind?
Yeah, there's a good kind of stress. It's the kind that gets you out of your comfort zone. The kind that changes who you are. Look, this may come as a surprise to you, but Marilla and I are not exactly wild and crazy.
Sure you are! On Monday, you both came to the karaoke social at the church, and Marilla even sang with Miss Lind. You were laughing in the corner. That sounds pretty lively and crazy to me.
Okay, but we were only there because you dragged us.
I guess that's true.
It's true. You have made living here a lot more interesting.
I'm glad I can be a source of amusement. You know, most of the people that I've lived with in the places that I have lived would not have used the words interesting or crazy or wild to describe the effect that I've had on their lives. The words frustrating and irritating actually come to mind.
Listen, Anne, you need to know something. Marilla and I are so glad that you're here.
You're not unhappy that I'm not the boy you originally asked for?
I wouldn't trade you for a dozen boys.
You know, I don't think Marilla could handle a dozen boys. Imagine the mess they'd make in the kitchen if she was upset that one time that I wanted to build a canopy out of trees and leaves above my bed, or yelled at me that time that I was trying to compose an original experimental piano piece. Perfectly harmless things to do, by the way. Just, she wouldn't be able to handle a dozen boys running around.
I do not think she would like that.
Can you imagine if there are 12 of me?
Well, 12 of anybody seems like a lot.
So the truth is out, I am a handful.
Well, I didn't say that. You're just the kind of handful I'm glad is in my hand.
Thank you. I actually think I've learned a lot since living here. I'm not ruining cakes or accidentally intoxicating my friends anymore. And Marilla hardly ever shouts at me, and I haven't dropped a plate in months.
You are growing into an amazing young lady. And Marilla's getting used to how loud you are around the house sometimes.
Hey! Hey! Oh.
Well, just don't lose your passion for life. We don't want you to. We're so proud of you.
Is that your way of saying I can try to build a tree canopy above my bed again?
I think you should wait on that. Maybe a little bit.